Today we're going to be lighting the first fire in the Regency i1500 fireplace insert. I opened the air control, opened the bypass, and I've already started with the building of a fire here. I'm not using paper for this fire, just going to start with little tinder. I'm going to light that and gradually build this up. The goal here is to cure the paint on the insert, so we just need to get the insert warm. It's not going to get up to a full blazing fire, but we'll have a small fire in here. The paint does smell when you first light these up as it cures onto the metal. So I actually have a box fan set up in a window. Going to close the doors on this room, put that fan on and pull that out of here, the odor. It's not toxic, but it's unpleasant, and it does have the potential to set off a fire alarm. So I'm going to keep the doors closed, get the fan on in the window. As this fire gets going, the paint warms up and starts to cure. So once this is done, this unit will be set to go for the season, really for its lifetime. I'm doing this on a day that's warmer so that I can open the windows and so that we can ventilate rather than have to sit with that smell in the house. So we don't really need a fire today for heat, but within about a month we will. So the unit has been burning for about a half hour now. There already are a couple of issues that I've identified that I'll need to call the dealer about. Right now the body of the stove is right around 300 degrees, so nice temp. It does smell right now. The cat probe thermometer is saying about 680. The cat is still in bypass mode. I haven't engaged that, but getting to the issues that I've noticed. Number one, the air is backed all the way down right now. If I open it all the way up, I'm really not seeing any difference whether the air control is wide open or all the way shut down. Now maybe it makes more difference once you engage the catalyst, but nonetheless, not thrilled that it doesn't really seem like there's any control there at all. So I'm wondering if maybe something is disconnected inside, that's not doing anything. The other thing is, the stove is warm enough for the blower to run, but if I click it on, something's wrong with that motor. There's no way that a brand new blower should make noise like that. So it sounds like a bad bearing or something like that in the electric motor in there. So again, that's also an issue that I'm going to have to reach out to the dealer about, because we should not be hearing that. You should hear just the sound of rushing air. That's the way the blower was on the i1500. It shouldn't be making a nice loud whine like that. So we're going to keep letting this fire go. I may try to engage the catalyst just to see what difference that makes on the air control. It should be warm enough. I mean, it's holding at 680 or so degrees, getting above 500 and staying above 500. It should be warm enough to light that catalyst off. So I may try that with this little load of wood that's in here. Otherwise, I think I'm going to let this fire run its course, and that'll probably be our break-in fire. Because again, I don't want to raise this thing up too hot and get things going too crazy here on this first fire. When you light your first fire in a unit like this, the bricks actually do contain some moisture. So when you first light the fire, you're evaporating the moisture out of the bricks, you're heating the metal, the paint is curing to the metal. There's a lot going on, so you don't want to go too hot, too fast or anything when you get your first fire going in a new stove. So to show what I mean about the air control, this is all the way off. I do have the combustor engaged right now. Right there, that square piece, that is an air inlet into the firebox. If I open this up all the way, the coals should get more excited there. But I just opened that all the way, and there doesn't seem to be any change in response with the fire in the box at all. And then when I shut it down, again, those coals in theory should quiet down more. No observed change. Catalyst has been engaged now for about 5 minutes. When I first engaged it, the temperature actually spiked up to about 730, but it's come back down now to about 670. I think it is lit off and just holding steady on the temperature. It's now been about an hour since I lit this fire in the Regency i1500 insert. The body of the stove here, based on my infrared thermometer, got up to between around 350 and 400 degrees, measuring here and here in the corners above the door. The catalyst is right now around 575. That was about 680 when I engaged. It then spiked up to about 730 and has been slowly descending since. You can see the wood now is just burning down to coals, and I'm just going to let this go out. At this point, I didn't put any sizable logs in there. That was mostly all very small splits and kindling that I burned for this fire, because I knew it would burn up quickly and not add a lot of mass in terms of coals to make this too hot for this first fire. As I pointed out, there are a couple issues, the blower being one, and then not having any control with this air control being another. So I'm going to be asking about that. Does seem that maybe there's a quality issue on the blower, and I'm not sure about the unit itself, if it's an install error or if there's a malfunction in the air control in the unit, or if it's just that this chimney has really excessive draft. Even if it is excessive draft, I'm surprised to see no control at all when I adjust that control. So that's the first fire in this unit. I'll keep you updated about what happens with the blower and the air control as we go forward.